Ba-bam. What is going on? It is I was going to say lovely day in the neighborhood, but it is muggy. Got the muggy on and heading out to Big C's graduation party for his baby girls. Gosh, I remember when each of them was like, he has twins. I remember when each of them was smaller than a football. My goodness. Anyway, that's what's up today. That's why I'm dressed up in my my golf shirt. I should have worn shorts, but none of my shorts fit right now. Got to get back to the gym. So, why am I wearing the Omega Seamaster 200 today? Well, I had to get it. I had to get the docks out of the bank yesterday, so I grabbed this one. And this watch fits me. This watch is 36 millimeters, and it fits me because of the integrated bracelet. Now it wears like a true mid-size on me, if not towards the smaller size. I mean, my other Seamasters are 41, and I prefer that size because the 36 millimeter Seamaster 300s do not fit me. They are oftentimes listed as a boy's watch on eBay, and certainly if you've got a sporty spice as your girl, she could totally pull off the 36. I'd rather see my girl wearing the 36 than the 33. Women's watches that are way too small, gosh, if I was a woman, I would not wear it. Unless it was dripping with diamonds. But I'm going to do, this is the automatic version, and this has the Mercedes handset. How often do you see Mercedes hands on an Omega? Like rarely, if ever. I can't think of another model. But point being, the Mercedes handsets did show up on some of the automatics. So did stick hands and a couple other hand variants. I also own this watch in quartz, and I actually bought the quartz one before this one because I wanted to experience the Seamaster pre-bond. And then this one popped for a good price, so I grabbed it. They also make this in a 41, which is a rarer bird, and that one goes for quite a bit more. I think that one is closer to $2 or $3 grand, which is way more than I would spend for that era. These in quartz you can get for $600-700. I think these autos are now running $1,200 to $1,500 in this size. The 41 is the belle of the ball, but I've got 6.5 inch wrists and I can pull off this 36. The reason I can't pull off the Seamaster 336 is that lug to lug is just way too short. It looks preposterous on me, which kind of sucks because the price point on those is amazing. It's so much better than the price point on the 41, but you don't want to even try. You don't even want to buy one of those until you could maybe try and get to see one in person, like used, obviously. Going to, if you're in New York, Diamond District, LA, Jewelry District, basically anywhere where there's a bunch of used dealers, there's one of those that's sure to turn up. Turnip. And you'd have to be at 6 1/4 and under to pull off that Omega 300 in the 36 millimeter, what they're calling a mid-size. It's funny how so many watch sellers are posturing mid-size as unisex. I think it's true for the Datejust. It's not true for a lot of other watches that they're jumping on the bandwagon for. Anyway, this is a cool piece. I don't know how long they produced it, but it's attractive. Certainly a unique vintage piece, and could be a good gateway Seamaster because it's priced far better than the 300s. And let's be honest, there are a lot of 300 variants, and while that is my preferred Seamaster, this is a cool vintage piece. Like, this would be a good gift. Actually, this would be a great graduation gift. for a son or a daughter. Yeah, that's what this watch would be great for. Yeah, I'm pronouncing it. This is an excellent starter Omega for your son or daughter who's graduating from high school, and maybe you've been bringing them up in the hobby, or maybe you're looking to get them into it, or hey, maybe they're curious about dad's watches. Although this 36-200 could be great as a woman's watch as well. Properly unisex, this piece. To give you a sense of the sizing on this, I am going to cut into the studio, have it side by side, double treble style with the quartz version, and also one of my Omega Seamaster reduced. That way you can get some frame of reference for the sizing. And you get them side by side, knowing my wrist size. That'll give you a point of reference. In fact, let's do that now. And here we have another double trouble +1. The two Omega Seamaster 200 pre-Brosnan. That's what I just said. Right here, up and in the middle, in the flesh. The one on the left, of course, is ticking. It is the quartz model. These are both 36 millimeters and change. The one on the right is the auto, and you can notice there's the different printing at 6 o'clock, but also this one has got Mercedes hands on it. How often do you see that on an Omega? Not terribly often. These are worth checking out. There are a couple different bracelet variants on them. This one I actually prefer. It's got the double clasp, which is kind of neat. This one has a single clasp on it. But these are a good bit of fun. Vintage diver, I would not actually jump into the pool with these if I'm being honest. But if you're looking to get into Omega and vintage inexpensively relative to their 300 models, this is the way to go. And especially if you're looking to gift a watch, say to your son or daughter, for graduation season. These are 36 millimeters, pretty much unisex. They wear a little bit larger due to the integrated bracelet. We're going to see how so in a moment. Let's take a look at this one, put it on the wrist, and then we're going to compare it with an on the wrist. Let's see what this looks like, this double clasp release system. Kind of interesting. The second clasp is the diver's extension. Kind of neat. Kind of useless, wouldn't use it, but still kind of neat. So if we get, actually let's put the Seamaster reduced on first. My wrist, 6.5 inches. So that's how it fits at the regular part of my wrist. Then we're going to move this up a little bit so we can get this one on. I'm going to lock this one in. I'm not going to be able to lock that Seamaster in, but we'll get them side by side so you can have a sense of it. So the 200 is going to wear just a smidge tinier than a Seamaster Reduced, which is at 38.5. But if you note, even on a 6.5 inch wrist such as mine, I can pull it off. It looks appropriately sized. The funny thing is, the Omega Seamaster 300 in 36 millimeter looks very, very small. And I think it's because of the, in that model, it's the lug to lug versus this integrated bracelet style in this 200. So this 200 might be worth checking out. If you're considering the 300 in 36 millimeters, please go check it out first. Try it on before you actually go to buy it so that you are not disappointed. My advice on that model, 6.25 and under only. The only challenge is those 36 millimeters, you can get those for a fabulous price. But these 200s, you can also get at a fabulous price. And they actually make a 41 millimeter of this Seamaster 200 that is worth checking out. Those go for frankly a bit too much, if I'm being honest. You're starting to get into Omega 300 at the 41 millimeter price point on these ones. But if you love this model and you have a bigger wrist, you like the integrated styling, that might be one for you to check out. 2 days in a row, my Dunkin' Donuts does not have cornbread munchkins. I'm getting the regular cornbread, donut, but I just noticed their management pitch. If you're a Dunkin' manager, you get a free car. Might have to look into that. Cornbread donut, not bad. I prefer the Munchkins though. It's a mess to handle while I'm driving. So it seems this ride along has become a buy this watch. This variant of watch. Normally I wouldn't do a ride along on a Monday, but being that it is graduation season, this could be of some use to some moms and dads out there trying to find a watch for their baby boy or their baby girl. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions about this watch, hit me up, send me a comment. And if you're enjoying the content, by all means, please subscribe. I find that when the subscriber count, as it goes up, I find it encouraging. So, all right. That really helps me out. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great one. All right, peace.